I'm Jackie Gates. I'm also known as the Goddess with the Home and Small Business Network. I wanted to give you a quick tip today on something that completely and utterly shifted my business practices. And it has to do with payoffs. You know, nobody will consciously tell you that they want to stay the same. Everybody says they want to be rich, they want to be successful, they want to have more money coming in, more clients, more sales, whatever it is. And yet so many stay the same, stay in the same place. This was me for a number of years. I always said I wanted to have a big coaching practice and I wanted to be able to, grow my business online, but I would still always somehow end up not moving anywhere. And it had to do with the payoffs. I got this wonderful tip from Jeanette Moore, the Good Vibe Coach. And she mentioned that every single thing we do has some kind of payoff. And I started looking at what payoff I was getting for staying where I was. And what was interesting is that it brought up all sorts of hidden beliefs. The most important one that I had, and you may find yourself in the same place, is that I believed that if I wasn't with my husband, in other words, sitting with him, chatting to him, socializing and that kind of thing in the evenings after he'd finished work, my marriage would fall apart. Somehow I had equated success with having a failed marriage. Now, I've been married for 30 years this year, and 29 this year, 30 next. And so, my marriage is really stable, and I wasn't prepared to jeopardize it. And what was happening is that I was avoiding having to listen to seminars at night, tele seminars or webinars, that kind of thing. I also, didn't take on coaching clients that I would have to speak to at night. There was a whole lot of stuff that hours of my day that I was sacrificing to this belief. And it was as simple as asking him if it was true. That's all it took to shift this belief. My payoff for staying the same was, in my head, a stable marriage. But in fact, the payoff wasn't real. Yes, I had a stable marriage, but that wasn't the reason. And in fact, my husband said, of course, you're growing your business. I expect you not to be here. We see each other every morning and every afternoon. I work from home. It's fine. That was all it took. And my business has skyrocketed since I've been able to just devote a few more hours to it, right? We all have little things that we choose to stay the same, unconsciously or consciously, because of the payoff that they give us. For example, you might think that if you're going to become rich, you'll lose your friends. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to prove yourself right and to not get rich. You may feel that talking about your business to your warm market, your friends and family, is going to make you persona non grata and you'll never get invited to parties, and your payoff for staying the same is that you keep that close relationship with your family. More often than not, that payoff is a figment of your imagination. It needn't be sacrificed to your new life. And if it does, it's worth some thinking to see whether the payoff that you're currently holding on to is greater or worth more than the payoff of when you reach your goals. So give it some thought, people. It's definitely been life-changing for me. I think it might be for you too. We all have things that we've decided that might not be true right now. It's definitely worth giving them a second thought. Have a fabulous day. See you soon.